The friends I made at RMA are still my friends today. They're my best friends.
I met all types of people from different countries, something that came in valuable when I was in the service. You learn to accept the person and not necessarily the surroundings.
You know, the thing about RMA is everyone has a story coming in, and obviously a whole lot of different cultures. One thing that I remember that I will never ever forget is, I believe it was my 11th grade year, and it was the year that we made the trip for the St. Patrick's Day Parade to New York, and then had to go straight to Florida for another big parade there. Just, you know, you live with somebody all the time, that's fine. But when you're on a bus and you're really in the thick of it and you're going to do this parade and, you know, it's freezing outside, the wind's blowing 50 miles an hour, was probably one of the best experiences that I can remember here. And the reason that this stands out in my mind is because at that time there was no separation. We were all there together.
I also credit Randolph-Macon Academy for a lot of lifelong friendships. I have friends that I have had since my first day here at Randolph-Macon Academy, and we share the memories of coming to school here. It's a very unique school experience that you don't get at your neighborhood high school, and I'm just very glad that I've experienced what I have.
I loved RMA, I had a blast. It's like being a big fraternity house. I just think that the combination of discipline and friendships have been probably the most important things in my life.
My athletic experience was wonderful here. The academic experience was absolutely excellent. And I met some very good friends that are here today, in fact, that we've stayed in contact over some 50 years. Many of us have gone on into various professions, obviously. I was in the public sector for a good part of my career. 5 kids and a wonderful wife and a wonderful life, if you will.
Well, we have given back through the years because of the wonderful opportunity RMA gave me. When I came up here, my parents, my father had died, then my mother had died, and I came up here in the 8th grade. So I went up here for 4.5 years. And the faculty, Colonel Williams, people like Lyle McFall, Colonel Riddick, Colonel Reeves, Mrs. Boggs, Colonel Boggs, these wonderful people took me under their wing, and helped me to get my high school education and develop a good foundation for myself for college and for life.
I came back some 30 years ago at homecoming. I hadn't been back, I think, once prior to that, and walked up to Captain Williams, and he said, "You're Alan Lee, are you still living in New Jersey? And how did it go at the University of Maryland? I didn't hear after you left school." And for every homecoming, you get the same stories, people who have not come back, and Captain Williams, Colonel Williams, knows your name, knew where you were from, knew about your parents, and it really is a wonderful thing linking back to the past.
If we had the endowment, if we had 50 million, we could bring 100 kids up here a year in perpetuity. So the endowment is extremely important because a lot of kids are missing this opportunity up here, and we could be giving it to them.
When I left, I had learned so much that I could have never gotten in all my years at public school. I came out, and it wasn't just the military, don't get me wrong. I had the structure. I learned how to not only be a leader, but how to follow both former students and all the top brass at the school, teachers, X, Y, and Z.
And I think when you talk to people who graduated from the Academy and they stop and think of what the Academy has done for them, it's a case of giving back for something that you have learned that's been of value during your lifetime.
I, of course, get the publications from the school and seeing all of the the new facilities is exciting, even as an alumni, even though it's not something that I'll ever get to enjoy and be in day to day. It's something that I want to definitely be a part of.